quick talking about Holley EFI and a little bit of advanced table tuning. I had some issues I was working around with AC and the IAC hold with Holley. Let me demonstrate exactly what I had going on. I've got my advanced tables I built disabled, so let's briefly look at IAC hold. So this is just stuff I've got in there right now with my advanced tables. This is working well. I'm not going to mess with it. IAC hold currently is 30%. Start the ramp 1500 above idle RPM, 4-second ramp down. I was trying to set it down really softly. Well, it would in park with the AC off. It did okay. In gear, it wasn't great. In gear with the AC on, instant stall. Usually stalled in gear with the AC off, and park neutral with the AC off. It's kind of hit or miss whether it's stalled or not. So let's look at our IAC position here. We've got 0 down here with where it's idling currently. Let's get it up on the screen here. 0 position, right? Well, if that IAC hold, when I lift off the throttle, it should hold 30% and ramp down over 4 seconds, right? Well, let me just blip this throttle real quick and see if that's what happens. No, it did not happen. It didn't add hardly anything. It set down and then the IAC started doing what it needed to do to control idle speed and get it back correct when it got back to idle RPM, but it didn't apply the IAC hold. And this is one of the things I absolutely hate about the Holley software. If I put my foot on the throttle now, you see the IAC hold creeps up. Yeah, it held, and it decelled slower that time. Right? Okay, cool. Well, that works in park, but pull that park with AC on. Let's flip the throttle. You can see the IAC kick is working. It added several counts. We almost stalled. Didn't quite stall. All right, let's try in gear with the AC off. There you go. So the situation is, when you're pulling out of a parking lot and you give it a little gas and you have to let off real quick, the IAC hold isn't there to set this thing back down to idle. You have to be on the throttle for way too long for the IAC hold to work. And on some combos, you may be able to get by with that. That may not be an issue. You may be able to resolve it with just ignition advance and so on and so forth. But this truck did not like it at all. So what did I do? Well, what I've done is created 3 advanced tables that have allowed me to have a few layers to control this thing. First one is a 1D table for idle AC spark pump. So basically, when the AC kick is active in the Holley and when TPS is below 5%, it will add this ignition offset based on RPM. Pretty simple. That helped a little bit in its own, but it didn't completely fix the issue. Then I had to do a couple of 2D tables. Well, I chose to do 2D tables. So what I did here, table 1 was a throttle follower versus gear. So this is essentially an IAC offset versus RPM versus transmission range. So transmission range being over here on the left side, 0 being park neutral, 4 being drive, 3 being third gear, 2, 1, and so on and so forth. The negative values are reversed. So I added that, and I had higher values for this park neutral area as well, but it was all good except for in park neutral with the AC on, it decelled really slow. So what I did was I built a second table. The second one is for basically only in park neutral and additional IAC offset. So what I did was I dropped these tables or these values back down for park neutral over here. And yeah, my y-axis is a little different between those two tables. I was trying some different stuff. I dropped these values down for part neutral, where it was good with the AC off. These values for IAC offset, in combination with my idle AC spark bump, are good for in gear, AC on, AC off. I didn't need to do anything different for those. So let's run through the scenarios here now. Let me link these back up. Okay, now I'm AC off, in park. Let's rev it. Set down really smooth. Cool, that's great. That's exactly what I want. Now I'm gonna kick the AC on. Now you heard the little bump in RPM. I'm probably gonna have to pull the timing down a little bit on the AC in the AC spark bump, but still got a little fine tuning to do. But now that the AC is on, let's check it. Cool, sat down nice with the AC on. We know it crashed before, right? So let's try it in gear. AC on in gear. Comes right back down. That's good. It's good. We got a little bit of bump I gotta control there, but not a big deal. All right, so AC off, in gear. Came right down. Didn't really have the bump issue, so I think that's my idle AC spark bump. AC back on. Good to go. So that's what I've done to address the situation on this vehicle particularly. Like I said, all setups may not have to have this done, but just keep in mind that with the advanced tables, you have the ability there to make some changes and correct some of these things that aren't inherently there in the software. So hopefully found it helpful. I don't do a bunch of Holley EFI. I by no means claim to be any kind of pro in Holley EFI. I spend most of my time in OEM land with factory controllers, where we have 10,000 more tables than we need to be able to adjust. So this is a little bit different, coming from a different area. So hope you find it helpful. If you have any questions about anything else that you saw here that I may not have explained very well, just let us know. Reach